Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between lush green hills and sparkling streams, there lived a boy named Arjun. Arjun was well known throughout the village, not for his achievements or talents, but for his habit of wasting time. He would often be found lounging under the shade of the old banyan tree, watching the clouds float by while his peers busied themselves with chores, schoolwork, and helping their families. Arjun's parents were kind and hard-working people who loved him dearly. They tried to encourage him to make use of his time, to learn new skills, and to help around the house. But Arjun would always say, "There's plenty of time. Why rush? I'll do it tomorrow." Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but Arjun's tomorrow never seemed to come. One day, as Arjun lay beneath the banyan tree, he watched his friend Ravi run past with a fishing rod in hand, calling out, "Come on, Arjun! If we hurry, we can catch fish before sunset." Arjun yawned and replied, "You go ahead, Ravi. I'll join you later." But he never did. By evening, Ravi returned with a basket full of fish, his face glowing with pride and excitement. Another day, Priya, his neighbor, rushed by carrying a stack of books. "Arjun, let's study together. Exams are near, and I heard the teacher will ask difficult questions." Arjun waved her off. "You worry too much, Priya. I'll start studying tomorrow." But when the exams came, Arjun found himself staring at the questions, unable to answer even the simplest ones. Priya, on the other hand, passed with flying colors. Despite the gentle warnings from his parents and the growing successes of his friends, Arjun continued with his lazy ways. He convinced himself that opportunities would always be there and that time was an endless resource. But life, as it often does, had a lesson in store for him. One evening, as the monsoon clouds gathered and the scent of wet earth filled the air, Arjun's grandfather came to visit. His grandfather was a wise old man, respected by all for his knowledge and kindness. Seeing Arjun lying idle, he sat beside him and began to tell a story. "When I was a young boy, much like you, I too thought time was my friend. I would waste my days playing in the fields, thinking there was always a tomorrow. But one day, a great drought hit our village. The crops withered, and food became scarce. Those who had worked hard and stored grains survived the hard times. Those who hadn't, like me, struggled. It was then I learned that time waits for no one. The moments we waste are lost forever, and the opportunities we ignore may never come again." Arjun listened quietly, but the lesson did not fully sink in. He continued his leisurely ways until one day something changed. The village announced a competition, a race to the top of the nearby hill. The winner would receive a scholarship to the best school in the city. All of Arjun's friends began to prepare, practicing every day, running up and down the hills, eating healthy and sleeping well. Arjun, as usual, thought, "I'll start practicing tomorrow. There's plenty of time." But the days slipped by, and soon the day of the race arrived. Arjun, unprepared and out of shape, found himself struggling even before reaching half the distance. His friends, who had used their time wisely and prepared diligently, raced ahead with ease. By the time Arjun reached the top, the prize had already been claimed. Breathless and disappointed, Arjun sat on a rock overlooking the village. For the first time, he realized the true cost of his wasted time. He remembered his grandfather's words, and the meaning became clear. Time, once lost, could never be reclaimed. Opportunities, once missed, might never return. From that day onward, Arjun decided to change. He woke up early, helped his parents with their work, and spent his afternoons studying and learning new skills. He discovered the joy of achievement, the satisfaction of helping others, and the pride that came from using his time well. The following year, another competition was announced, a project to build a small library for the village. Arjun volunteered eagerly, working alongside his friends. He used the skills he had learned, managed his time wisely, and inspired others with his determination. When the library was finally completed, the entire village gathered to celebrate. Arjun's grandfather placed a hand on his shoulder, his eyes shining with pride. "See, Arjun," he said, "when you use your time wisely, you not only change your own life, but you help those around you as well." Years passed, and Arjun grew into a responsible and respected young man. He often shared his story with younger children, reminding them that time is the most precious gift we have. He taught them that every moment counts, and that with each day comes a new opportunity to learn, to grow, and to make a difference. And so, the lazy boy became an inspiration to all in the village, a living testament to the power of using time wisely. His story spread far and wide, reminding everyone who heard it that while time may slip through our fingers, it is up to us to decide how we use every precious second. In the end, Arjun realized that it was not wealth or fame, but the wise use of time that shaped his destiny. And that is the lesson he carried with him always, a lesson that continues to inspire all who hear his tale.